by Yakkos.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic, Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean.
The Caribbean is not a country but an island sea. Puerto Rico is an overseas territory of the United States, having been so since 1898.
Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda.
Is an overseas territory of the United Kingdom.
Bahamas, Tobago, San Juan.
Is the capital of Puerto Rico specifically.
Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, and French Guiana.
Is an overseas department of France, having been so since 1948.
Barbados and Guam.
It's also a United States territory.
Norway and Sweden and Iceland and Finland and Germany now one piece.
This is true since this is technically true since this has been in place since 1990.
Switzerland, Austria, Czechoslovakia.
Has divided since 1993 on the first day.
Italy, Turkey, and Greece. Poland, Romania, Scotland.
Is a country but not a nation, being part of the United Kingdom.
And Albania, Ireland, Russia.
That is not the map of the actual Russia, but the Soviet Union, having dissolved 2 years before the song came out.
Oman, Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Cyprus, Iraq, and Iran. There's Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, both Yemen.
Had reunified in 1990.
Kuwait and Bahrain, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Portugal, France, England.
England is not a country, is not a nation either, but a country.
Denmark and Spain. India, Pakistan, Burma.
Is known as Myanmar, but can still be called Burma according to the president.
Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan, Cambodia.
Was the old name given to Cambodia?
Malaysia, then Bangladesh, Asia.
Is a continent.
And China, Korea, Japan, Mongolia, Laos, and Tibet.
Has served in an autonomous region of China since 1951.
Indonesia, the Philippine Islands, Taiwan.
Has been recognized by only 13 countries.
Sri Lanka, New Guinea.
Is part of Indonesia and a country called Papua New Guinea.
Sumatra, New Zealand, and Borneo.
Is the largest island in Asia, with Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei controlling it.
Vietnam, Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia, Swaziland.
Has changed its name to Eswatini as of April 2018.
Gambia, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. Burundi, Lesotho, and Malawi, Togo. The Spanish Sahara is gone.
The Spanish Sahara dissolved in 1975, and this came out 18 years later, so this doesn't make any sense to talk about.
Niger, Nigeria, Chad and Liberia, Egypt, Benin and Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia, Kenya and Mali, Sierra Leone and Algeria.
Is the capital of Algeria. Dahomey is the old name of Benin.
Namibia, Senegal, Libya, Cameroon, Congo.
Congo has been divided between the DRC and the ROTC. Has been turned into the DRC in 1997.
Ethiopia, Guinea-Bissau, Madagascar, Rwanda, Mayotte.
Mayotte and Cayman, or Mayotte and Cayman, are islands, or colonies of France and Britain. Mayotte was turned into a French overseas region in 2009 after the name changed from Mayotte to Mayotte, and the Cayman Islands were settled to be part of the country of Jamaica after it gained independence in 1962. Now it's just separate, and it's not a nation. Was under British control until 1997. Is the capital of Yugoslavia. Broke up in 1992 between 5 countries and 1 partially recognized state. Is an island of Greece. Is the most central region of Romania. Was not recognized at the time of this song release, but was recognized by 139 member states, and in 2012 it became a member of the state, meaning de facto independence. Did not divide, but founded South Sudan in 2011. This is the 1993 version, so this wouldn't really count. Hurry up, YouTube.
Yeah! Oh my gosh!
Now, do you want to hear have we got time for the end?
What's the end? Yeah.
Have we got, okay, very quickly. So here's a new one. Montenegro and Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Is officially one nation.
The Soviet Union is gone.
Since that happened in 1990, this was made in September 2017. This doesn't count.
South Africa, Georgia, Moldova.
Is a combination between Moldova and Moldavia.
Latvia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, hey, Kazakhstan, hey, then there's Tajikistan too, hey, Turkmenistan, hey, Pakistan.
Is not the correct way of pronouncing any country.
Armenia, Tonga, Palau.
Now known as Palau.
Lithuania, Serbia, Kosovo.
Got independence in 2008, but was only recognized by 113 United Member Nations.
U.S. Samoa.
Is another name for American Samoa,
Balkans.
are a region comprising of southeastern European countries, including Kosovo.
Hi, Macau.
Is in a special administrative region of China, kind of like Hong Kong.
Crimea.
Is a peninsula controlled by Russia and Ukraine.
Then Eritrea.
Gained independence in 1990, but if this was the 1993 version, this would technically be an inaccuracy.
Ukraine and Estonia. Here's Macedonia.
Known as North Macedonia as of 2019,
New Caledonia.
is a special collectivity of France and an overseas department.
And then Eastern Slavonia.
It's part of Croatia.
Ivory Coast and Cape
Ivory Coast is known as Cote d'Ivoire.
Verde.
Is known as Cabo Verde.
Andorra, the Solomon Islands, Dubai.
Is the United Arab Emirates major city. And of course, we're gonna do Wakkos America too.
Dubai.
That's bad.
Wacko, you can wager all or part of your money.
Wager everything!
50 states and their capitals.
Okay. Here goes. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, and Columbus is the capital of Ohio. There's Montgomery, Alabama, south of Helena, Montana.
Alabama's Montgomery and Montana's Helena are not directly under each other.
And there's Denver, Colorado, under Boise, Idaho.
This is not an inaccuracy because they're technically under each other but just a southeast distance apart.
Texas has Austin, then we go north to Massachusetts, Boston, and Albany, New York.
Albany, New York, and Boston are more northeastern from Austin, Texas.
Tallahassee, Florida, and Washington, D.C.
Is the capital of the United States.
Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Nashville, Tennessee. Elvis used to hang out there a lot, you know. Trenton's in New Jersey, north of Jefferson, Missouri.
Jefferson, Missouri, and Trenton, New Jersey are not north of each other.
You've got Richmond in Virginia, South Dakota has Pierre, Harrisburg's in Pennsylvania, and Augusta's up in Maine.
Augusta is only eastern in Maine.
And here is Providence, Rhode Island, next to Dover, Delaware.
Rhode Island and Delaware are not next to each other despite being 4 states apart.
Concord, New Hampshire, just a quick jaunt to Montpelier, which is up in Vermont.
Despite New Hampshire and Vermont being 2 states being completely next to each other, they're not a quick jaunt because they are in the New England section of the United States, but that doesn't make them a quick jaunt away.
Hartford's in Connecticut, so pretty in the fall.
That's just an opinion.
And Kansas has Topeka, Minnesota has St. Paul. Juneau's in Alaska.
Alaska is not completely made out of ice.
And there's Lincoln in Nebraska, and it's Raleigh out in North Carolina, and then there's Madison, Wisconsin, and Olympia in Washington, Phoenix, Arizona.
Well, I'm not counting this one.
And Lansing, Michigan, here's Honolulu, Hawaii's a joy, Jackson, Mississippi, and Springfield, Illinois, South Carolina with Columbia down the way, and Annapolis in Maryland on Chesapeake Bay.
Notice if you look at the map of Delaware, there's supposed to be a little curve that goes into Pennsylvania. And of course, on Chesapeake Bay wouldn't really make any sense because Chesapeake Bay empties out into the Atlantic Ocean.
They have wonderful clam chowder. Cheyenne is in Wyoming, and perhaps you make your home in Salt Lake City, out in Utah where the buffalo roam.
Out in Utah wouldn't make any sense because Utah does have Salt Lake City as capital, and not a lot of buffalo roam around. That's more in Wyoming type.
Atlanta's down in Georgia.
Georgia is not down. Georgia is on the southeastern corner of the country, right below South Carolina.
And there's Bismarck, North Dakota.
Bismarck is... Wait, never mind.
And you can live in Frankfurt in your old Kentucky home. Salem in Oregon, from there we join. Little Rock in Arkansas, Iowa's got Des Moines, Sacramento, California, Oklahoma and its city, Charleston, West Virginia, and Nevada, Carson City. That's all the capitals there are. Let's see how many inaccuracies.
Sings about time.
When you're traveling from Nantucket through Chicago to St. Paul, and you're standing in an airport and you look up on the wall, there's a clock for every...
Greenwich is not... Greenwich is just is kind of like a county of the United Kingdom.
...city and a different...
Roma, I don't know about.
...time for all.
From Asia
Asia is a continent and has 11 different time zones.
through Malaysia to
Malaysia is one of them.
Peru.
Also,
Did you ever wonder why that when it's 10 o'clock in Maine, at precisely the same moment it is 3 a.m. in Spain? When it's breakfast time in Rome, they're having lunch in the Ukraine.
also, if you look in the background, there's the Red Square in St. Basil's Cathedral. Those are in Russia. And that's probably one of the... But wait, we're not done yet. One more left.
President who then became the president. Hi-ho, do you know the names of the U.S. residents who then became the president and got a view from the White House?
Not every president went to the White House.
Pennsylvania Avenue.
George Washington was the first you see. He once chopped down a cherry tree.
There's no evidence of that because there's not really that much proof that George Washington cut down a cherry tree.
President number 2 would be John Adams, and then number 3. Tom Jefferson stayed up to write a declaration late at night.
He didn't actually write the Declaration of Independence. While writing the first draft, Benjamin Franklin and John Adams helped out.
So he and his wife had a great big fight, and she made him sleep on the couch all night.
Jefferson's wife was severely ill at the time of this.
His father, son, never had a son, and he fought the war.
He adopted one. He didn't have a son of his own, but he got one through marriage.
1812.
James Monroe's colossal nose was bigger than
Pinocchio is just a fictional movie character, and his nose was not that big.
John Quincy Adams was number 6, and it's Andrew Jackson's butt he kicks, so Jackson learns to play politics. Next time, he's the one that the country picked. Martin Van Buren, number 8 for a one-term shot as chief of state. William Harrison, how do you praise? That guy was dead in 30 days.
John Tyler, he liked country folk.
And after him came President Polk. Zachary Taylor liked to smoke.
There's no proof of Zachary Taylor. There's no proof to support this claim.
His breath killed friends whenever he spoke.
1850, really nifty. Miller Fillmore's in.
Millard Fillmore is not one of the best presidents yet.
Young and fierce was Franklin Pierce, the man without a chin. Follows next up period spanning 4 long years with James Buchanan.
James Buchanan was one of the worst presidents of the United States.
Then the South starts shooting cannon.
He never got hit in the head with a cannon.
We got a civil war. A war down south of Dixie. Up to bat comes old Abe Lincoln.
I'm going to count this as not an inaccuracy, but just something that is just a piece of information. Abraham Lincoln never played baseball.
And there's a guy who's really thinking.
Kept the United States from shrinking, saved the ship of state from sinking.
Andrew Johnson's next. He had some slight defects.
Congress each.
I'm just going to end the video here because I'm running out of time to record.